These are all the books that I read in January. Starting with Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, I rated this a 7 out of 10. I did thrift this at Book Off. It was one of Jane Austen's first published novels, and it is really good. It is about outdated since it was written in 1811. There are so many feelings that you'll go through while reading this book, mainly heartbreak. You feel so hard for Marianne and Eleanor as you see how hard they fell in love and how love broke their hearts, which in turn breaks yours. It is a very beautiful story, and I put my favorite characters as Colonel Brandon and Marianne, and my least favorite as Willoughby and Fanny. The next book is Manifest by Annie Tarasova, which was a guided journal. I put it as an 8 out of 10. It is the perfect journal to start manifesting with. It helps you dive into who you are on the inside and what you truly want for your life. I learned a lot about myself completing this journal, and it was super calming and therapeutic as well. The next book is At Sea by Emma Fader. I rated this an 8 out of 10. The whole story was heartbreaking. It really shows how hard it is to live with mental illness and how it affects the loved ones as well. Brendan, who is one of the main characters, was a character you feel so deeply for, and the ending of the story was just painful. While it was a happy ending, it wasn't the happy ending that you wanted. My favorite character was Brendan, and my least favorite was Stanley. The next book is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This was actually my first 10 out of 10 for the year. I absolutely love it. The aesthetic, the characters, the storyline, everything was perfect. It was riveting and compelling in every way. I love Blackwell and Ophelia. Their love story was beautiful, and you just can't help but fall in love with Blackwell. It is kind of like Hunger Games and 50 Shades of Grey, kind of mixed together. I put my favorite characters as Blackwell and Ophelia, and my least favorite character as Cade. The next book I finished was The Really Dead Wives of New Jersey by Astrid Dahl. I did put this book at a 6 out of 10. It was pretty average. It was entertaining, but it seemed very camp. The story was very predictable, and the drama was out of place. I put my favorite character as Hope and Renee, and my least favorite character as Pierre and Carmela. The next book I finished was Calm the Fuck Down by Sarah Knight. I did rate it as a 7 out of 10. It is a great personal growth book. As someone with a lot of anxiety, I appreciate reading books that'll help me cope with my anxiety better, and this was a pretty good pick. The next is Mermaids by Sky Alexander. It is a really great book, and I absolutely love mermaids, so I really liked reading about the mythology of them. Last book was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I love this book. I put it at a 9 out of 10. Everything came together perfectly. My favorite characters were Lucian and Tamlin, and my least favorite was Amarantha.